Today we're going to be taking a look at models, proxy models for Death Korps of Krieg for Warhammer 40k. Bulk of the models are made by Store, and we have a lieutenant that was made by Station Forge. I purchased the models. I did not print them. Okay, these were all printed with resin. Uh, they look fairly high quality resin. Buy on Etsy. The store is Grimforge 3D. I'll leave a link in the description. But I just wanted to go over, take a look at the proxy models, and then take a look at the actual Death Korps Krieg models from Warhammer, and kind of just give my opinion as far as, is it worth it? Is it not? The different size comparisons, and really the detail too, the differences. So we'll start with looking at some of these models here. So you can definitely see there is good amount of detail in these guys. It's a good model. There's nothing bad with it at all. But the one thing that stands out to me right away is there's no real hard edges, and that's a theme in all of these models, and most 3D proxy models. You need that. There's like rounded edges everywhere. There's nothing hard edges or like 90-degree corners, and that's part of the 3D printing process. It's difficult to print at this scale and still have hard edges, right? So these are the proxy models. These are from the Daka store. Great models, very that you could tell the artist spent a lot of time on them. You got some good folds, wrinkles. You got folds in the boots, folds in the jackets there. The guns are good. I mean, we'll take a look at some of the Warhammer 40k models, and you'll be able to tell the difference. And that's mainly the process, the printing process. But definitely good proxies for Death Korps of Krieg. I will go into how much I spent in all of these, and that will also determine, what I think is it good, is it not. It looks like this one's missing his sword, so that's not great. This one has, you can see here on his helmet that there's some sprues that weren't cut off. Not great, but not terrible either. I mean, there's no reason why I couldn't do that. Looks like there's supposed to be a skull on his helmet, but it's really hard to tell in this scale. The guns are kind of mediocre. They're kind of plain. No one is sponsoring me or anything like that for these videos. This is just my opinion and what I feel. Uh, you know, yeah, just my opinion. Here's another little area where sprue got cut. These all came assembled. So I think it looks like these are just printed. Yeah, right here you can see another area with sprues. Or not sprues, supports, I'll say. Yeah, so these all came like this. I didn't have to put anything together. My best guess is that these were all printed as one whole body. Now with this, you got 10 models, so similar to the Warhammer 40K box where you get 10 models. So you do get 10 models. Now this is the Stoneforge. I will say I can tell there's definitely a difference in quality in the model with this one. I mean, you got boot treads on the bottom. You got a lot more folds. You have more detailing in the jacket. You got thinner pieces. You know, there's definitely more detail in that. I mean, even just like the revolver, there's more detail. So in the gun, there's more detail. So the Stoneforge model, I will say, is better. Now, the prices that I paid aren't terrible. I will say this guy here, I paid about 460, 463, something like that for the model. So it wasn't bad. It was relatively inexpensive, and honestly, for the detailing you get, pretty good price. It's not bad. For the set of these guys, however, I don't know if I would purchase them again for the price. I would, yeah. So for 10 of these guys on Etsy, it says it's like $53, but then you get a discount, so it ended up being like, let's see, it ended up being $43, $45, 40, I think $42 was how much it was. So about $42 for 10 of these guys. Now, if you get a box of Death Korps of Krieg at your hobby store, you're probably talking 45 to 50 bucks. Now, let's just take a look at some of these. Now, I did not paint any of these. These are actually my son's, for my son's army. So, you know, the detail in the folds is much better. The backpacks are much better. The you know the detail in the helmet, the mask, the guns. You know, the guns alone. There's just the details there, right? And again, this goes back to the process of how they were made, right? So you can get some really good quality detailed resin printing. It's just this model just wasn't that. And I'm paying basically the same amount. Um, so in my opinion, I don't think these guys are really worth it. Unless you really like the model and you like the way they look, then great, go for it. It if you get your own, the other thing is size, right? Like, let's just look at these guys. Now, that one's okay. We can look at these guys, and the Warhammer ones are just chunkier. They're bigger. They look correct. I will say they gave me the wrong size bases, and you can tell these are all 3D printed. Um, the bases, this is 32, this is 28. They should have came with 28 size bases, so that wasn't great either. The other thing that I haven't mentioned yet is shipping. Okay, the shipping took, in my opinion, forever. It really took a long time. Granted, this is Etsy, so they get the order, and then they gotta go ahead and print it, and then they gotta ship it. And for all I know, this could be a second person's job. You know, it might not be their full-time job. This might just be a side hustle. I don't know. So that's, you know, who knows? I will tell you, you know, I ordered it on, so the order was placed on May 29th. And then it looked like it was shipped from Texas. So the shipping label was created on June 22nd. And I didn't get it until July 6th. So May 29th, and it took until July 6th to actually get all of these models. The models themselves were packaged really well. I will say that the person did a very good job packaging them. They made sure they used these little peanut things, made sure that all the packaging was good, except for this guy that looks like lost his sword. They were all packaged very well. It came in these bubble wrap. It came in a box about yay big. I mean, it was packaged very well. The station for again, this one, I would say 100%. I think it was worth it. $4. You know, even though it did take a while, you can put up with it. How long it took to ship, not a bad price. And this is all saying if you don't have your own resin printer. If you have your own resin 3D printer, then purchasing this file is pretty cheap. I don't have a resin 3D printer, so I had to, and I wanted a good quality print, or a good quality, print, so I had to buy them. My honest opinion, if you don't have a resin 3D printer, go get the actual Warhammer stuff. One, you have it right then and there that day. You're not waiting almost a month or a month and a half, or a month and a week to get the product in your hand. And the product would be the appropriate size. These are perfectly fine proxies. They're not bad proxies. It's just for the amount of money that I spent on them, I don't feel like it was worth it. I feel like I should have just bought another box of these guys, because I would have them right then and there, and I'm not waiting. So that's my opinion. Take it as it is, guys, and girls. Again, I think they're great, but not really worth it in my opinion. This particular model, I think, is worth it if you really wanted a different looking sergeant. This is the head, really, really tiny here. If I can get. So yeah, that's my opinion, and I am currently working on this guy. This is the Master of Executions. You guys can see the videos that I've been posting in my shorts. I should have him done here probably this week, and I'll be posting a video like I did with Master of Possessions, where I go over some of the lore and just a time lapse of me painting him. So yeah, that's the video. Like and subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think and what your thoughts are on proxy models for Warhammer. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you not? What are your opinions about 3D printing models? I've done some 3D printing before. In the past, this was printed on a bamboo, and for a 3D printed model, I think it's great. It allows people to just print something and try the game out, which I really do think is a good thing. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and let me know what other type of proxy models you want me to do a review on.